guys, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be telling you the natural ways to treat hypothyroidism or subclinical thyroidism, where I'll be discussing with you the natural ways or what to eat basically for your thyroid and what you should be avoiding, as the research has shown that it does have an effect on the symptoms. It does make you feel a bit better. So before I get into detail, let's get into it. Like I mentioned in my previous video about my own experience, it wasn't easy. I had my low days. I remember I felt very fatigued, tired, exhausted, muscle aches. I would sleep for longer times. I still have similar kind of symptoms, but I was like, I don't want to give up. I'm going to take this as a challenge. I did my own research and I said, you know what? There's natural ways, there's diets that I can cure this with basically. So, what I'm trying to say to you guys as well, please don't lose hope. Where there's a will, there's always a way. I'm looking into natural ways, diet, food, eating the right food. So why don't you guys do the same? I think that would help you guys. Well, I'm going through the process of eating healthy now. I'm going to be looking at what I can avoid as well, as much as I can. And obviously diet, sleep, and exercise also important. Um, it is like this, what happens with this process is that your metabolism slows down and we need energy as much as we can. So for to boost that, we need to boost our energy basically, we need to eat the right food. So I'll be discussing with you about the right foods now as well. So when I was doing my research, I wanted to find out what I should include in my diet to make this condition a bit better. I found out there were three main nutrients that would help with the symptoms, and there were iodine, selenium, and zinc. First, I'll talk about iodine, then I'll get into the other two. So, iodine, they say if it's lacking in your diet, that can have an effect on your hormones. So, we should make sure that we include that in our diet basically. So the foods that you should have are milk, cheese, eggs. Some of the salts have iodine as well, and I think some of the fish as well. I think it's sea water fish. And also, what I found out, if you have too much of it, that can have an effect as well. It can make it worse. So just make sure you have the right amount, but not too much. I also found out that selenium is also essential, as it helps with the production of hormones and overall health as well. It's a benefit for. So some of the foods that you can find that in is whole wheat bread, oatmeal, Brazilian nuts, tuna, beef, turkey, chicken, and I'm sure you can find out more on the internet as well, but these are the ones that I found out about. I also found out zinc is another important nutrient to take. It can be taken as a supplement form with the selenium, or if you want to take it naturally, it could be, you would find it basically in fortified cereals, chicken, pumpkin seeds, yogurt, oyster, you, and there's many more. Um, so that it just shows that by having all these natural nutrients in our diet, it would make us feel way better than us relying on these medications all the time. So now I'll be talking about the foods that we should be avoiding and why. I found out the three main ones were gluten, soy, and food containing goitrogens. From my research, I found out that if you have too much of these nutrients in your diet, it can interfere with your thyroid health. So what they say, if you have less of these in your diet, it can reduce your thyroid symptoms, hypothyroidism symptoms. So if we talk about goitrogen, that's a compound and it's usually found in green vegetables like cabbage, broccoli, Brussels sprouts, um, and many more. So what we need to do is that we need to have not all completely cut these out from our diet, but just take less amount of this. So the next one I'm going to be talking about is soy. Soy is also basically it helps with production of the hormones, and it it if it's taken too much in your diet, again it can interfere with how many would be produced basically. So some of the foods that you could find that in are soy sauce, soy milk, edmem, and there's a couple of more things such as miso. Miso is another one, and also there was a case study that I looked at. It was saying that there was a lady, I think a 72-year-old female. She had a drink that included soy milk, soya basically, and she had that for 6 months, and she developed hypothyroidism as a result of that. And then she ended up on medication for that then. So again, we just have to be careful how much we take in our diet and how much we don't. So now I'll be talking about gluten. As we know that hypothyroidism is a Hashimoto disease, and celiac disease is linked to it. So what that means is like both of these diseases are autoimmune, and if one person has one, they're more likely to have the other as well. So by removing gluten from our diet, that would mean like wheat, basically anything to do with wheat. You have bread, pasta, pizza. If you remove that from your diet, your symptoms can improve. It doesn't necessarily mean you have the celiac disease, but they do say that people who do eliminate gluten from their diet, their symptoms start to improve. So processed foods is another one. So if you want a healthy thyroid, hypothyroid, we should make sure that we reduce the amount of processed foods in our diet and foods containing sugar. So such as foods like cookies, cakes, fast food, donuts, etc. should be reduced as much as we can, because it's also linked with weight gain. And you'll find if you consume these less, your overall health will improve. You'll have more energy, you feel more less tired. So this is the way we should be going. So this is it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed my video. Don't forget to subscribe and share my videos, and I would love to hear from you. So don't forget to comment below, and I would like to know about your experiences. Why don't you share that with me as well? Bye for now.